Hi everyone, we're here at the Ashtonbee Community Garden with Rachel Larrabee, who is the coordinator of our community development work program and faculty lead for the garden. And she's going to give us a quick tour and show us some fun things and fun facts about our Ashtonbee Community Garden. Take it away.
So very important to know is this is a community garden true to its definition. So it's been a whole community-based process that's helped it happen. So I did not make the decisions, I just took part in making the decisions. But this was really a community effort of students, faculty, and our stakeholders from Evergreen. Wave, guys!
We're making a video very spontaneously.
Who are really the green space experts who helped us kind of design the garden and source all of the important food sources that we had. One of the important design features was we needed the garden to be accessible so that anybody of any ability could come in and volunteer. So the first thing you'll notice is our accessible flooring. It looks like a grid, but the whole point is that the grass can grow up through it. Eventually you won't see it at all, but it's there, and the purpose of it is so that wheelchairs can come through the garden and not sink through the soil. And so let me show you around. This is one of our fruit trees, and what's interesting is this is a grafted tree, and so there's actually 5 different fruit trees in this tree. So
wow,
it's going to take a couple years, I think 3 years, before fruit actually comes, but when it does, there'll be peaches, apricots, cherries. What else is on here? It's called a fruit cocktail. I forget what the other 2 were. Peaches, plums, apricots, cherries, and one other fruit.
How long do you think it will be before fruit comes? Like a year?
Probably 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah,
okay.
The tree has to grow a little bit first.
All right. Looking forward to summer 2021.
Another accessibility feature is these trug wooden structures, so the raised beds. And again, it's so wheelchair accessible, anybody can pull up. And our mission or vision for this garden was to address healthy lifestyle, environmental sustainability, and food security to students on campus. So it's predominantly a food garden, and most of our food are in these shrubs. So, and we've been rotating crops because the more crops you have in the same soil, it actually builds and diversifies the soil, which is more support for the food. So we got beets growing right here.
Beautiful.
Got some very luscious basil and zucchini right here. We've kind of got zucchini plants. We've been moving them around. We've got our kale. We harvested a whole trug of lettuce, and now lettuce season is over, so that's gone. We've got different herbs. I'm gonna let you
try one.
This leaf and tell us if you guess that plant.
Lemon seed?
No. This is good for someone like you. It's a sugar substitute called stevia.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Stevia.
It is very sweet. You're growing stevia. That's very interesting.
Yeah. This is our carrots.
Nice.
We've got another chug of the carrots.
Beautiful, luscious green peppers.
Yeah. And we've got hot peppers that are ready to go. These are our
hot peppers.
Jalapenos. I think they're actually hotter than jalapenos. I think these are Scotch bonnets.
What? Okay.
Okay, our zucchini plants, which some of the rodents around here have been having a field day.
Oh, they're getting eaten.
Yeah, so we're thinking of how to protect these guys. This is a type of onion that's kind of like a chive. We just harvested all of our purple cabbage, and another bulb will come up. You can see kind of the baby of it. They sprout from the sides.
Is this purple onion?
This is purple
cabbage?
Yeah. So here's one that's
wow.
resprouted. So that's most of our food.
There's corn.
Stuff. Yeah. This is our tomato bed. So we have a variety of different tomatoes. These ones are heirloom. You can see how beautifully unique they're growing.
A Three Sisters garden in Indigenous culture is beans, corns, and squash. All three of these plants work together. We call it polyculture, but at the time that it was originated in Indigenous culture, they figured out that these plants all support and sustain each other when put together in a garden. Our garden is actually a Four Sisters garden. Our Indigenous urban gardening support member from Evergreen Brickworks has a fourth plant that's also sustainable in his family history, which is black-eyed peas. We included that in our garden to honor his role on the project, but also to educate and inform people who are learning about polyculture through our polycultural garden.
Nice.
The cultural backdrop to that is during the Underground Railroad movement, where Africans were escaping slavery from the United States. A lot of Indigenous people here in Canada took them into their communities, and so black-eyed peas is one of the crops, one of the seeds that they brought with them to add to that community. And so it honors the solidarity between African Indigenous peoples and North American Indigenous peoples.
I had no idea about that story. That's very interesting.
Yeah, and a whole nation formed out of that movement.
Wow.
There's, I mean, Isaac's is like
one of them.
Yeah, but there's a big, long history of Indigenous people working with Black people from the Underground Railroad coming into Canada that's you don't learn about.
People don't know about that history at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
That's very interesting.
And we have 4 types of corn in here, so it's really pretty corn.
Well, thank you, Kirsten.
No problem.
White, yellow, blue, and red corn. So we're getting really excited to see what it's going to look like when it crops up.
And it's very tall.
Yes.
Look how tall it is.
Beautifully.
Yes.
So these are the beans.
Okay.
They're just babies because the first crop didn't work. Obviously the corn. And then these are the squash. And the way they work, like the way the polyculture works, is that the beans grow right up around the corn. So they actually protect the stalks from over drying in the heat. And the leaves of the squash protect the soil from the heat as well.
This is like a whole environmental lesson.
Yeah, this is a whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
That's why it works so well.
Wow.
So they nurture and support each other. That's why we call them the 3 or 4 sisters. And then traditional medicine garden.
Okay.
We designed it with permission. We respectfully put down tobacco and sage and had it blessed by an elder. And so the 4 traditional sacred medicines of Turtle Island, otherwise known as North America, is the cedar. So we've got a beautiful cedar tree in the center. The sweetgrass. So our sweetgrass is flourishing. We've got tobacco. The tobacco plant that's just starting to flower. We've actually got a couple of them. And then the 4th one is the white sage.
Oh, wow.
So these are used in ceremony and many different cultural practices. And so this is for us to use on campus, but it's also for any of our community Indigenous associations to come and use the medicines, to know that there's a place where it's growing in a good way.
Nice.
To use. And that's our garden.
That's very exciting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the tour. If anyone wants to stop by and see the Ashtonbee Community Garden, we're right here at the Ashtonbee campus of Centennial College. See you later.